Well, good morning again. As I said in the video that I shot in the car, I wanted to do some outdoor shots, even though it's my wife Allison's filming. What's the temperature out right now?
It's pretty cold.
It's pretty cold right now.
About 20 degrees probably.
It's probably about 20 degrees. We're right in front of Lake Michigan here. And where are we? We are at the end of Farwell, the street that you just read about in the Dybek story for this week. And in fact, I'm standing in front of the building, the very building in which Babovich, the main character, meets the Dybek character. So this is it. So when you're reading the story, if you want to get a sense of what it looks like, this is it. This is the building over here. It's a little sunny over here. There's the tennis courts. There's Lake Michigan's right behind us. So if you want to imagine it, this is where the Dybek character walks down the street. He's got to throw that snowball up to hit the upper floor there, so that Babovich comes and answers the door. This is also where he hears all that opera music coming down the street. So again, it's a real location. It's an autobiographical story. So I wanted you guys to be able to see that, see where it is, and you know, get a physical sense of where this thing is taking place. Because like a lot of other Chicago writers, it's real. It's realistic. He's not making these things up out of his imagination. And in fact, this is a good time of year to do it, because if you look over here, there's plenty of snow on the ground, just as there is in the story. There's not any snow right now in Lake Michigan. It's not frozen. In fact, I can see the waves right now coming up. So we don't have that. We can't totally duplicate every aspect of the story, but we're pretty close. So hopefully this will give you a sense of where everything's taking place. We'll turn around here in a second and we'll show you the lake. Again, this is not the best day probably to be outside filming this, but it's you know, it's more realistic to the story. So let's take a look. Let's turn around here. We're gonna show you the lakefront. So here's Lake Michigan. So again, if you kind of imagine the Dybek character walking down the street, you got to watch where you step here, because you never know where
there was a puppy just walking.
There's the dogs you know, enjoy themselves here. Yeah, so here we are. Lake Michigan is right here. Again, the tennis courts are here.
A little bit, yeah.
Allison's going to zoom in. It's a pretty picture. Again, it's cold, but you know, you see the dunes up here ahead of us. There's the little turnaround. You might even be asking yourself, is Kremens that dedicated that he drove all the way into the city of Chicago to do this film for your class? We live 2 blocks. How many blocks do we live from here?
Yeah, maybe probably like 4 blocks.
Maybe 4 blocks. We live 4 blocks down the street here in Rogers Park. So I love you all anyway. We would have come out and filmed even if we didn't live in Chicago. But since we live so close, I thought it'd be worth it for you to get a sense of this. So yeah, here we are, tennis courts. Again, the building, the sidewalk here, the lake. So this is it. This is where the story takes place. So hopefully this will give you kind of a sense of you know, the setting of these stories. I don't know exactly where Blight, the other story that you're reading, takes place. It's sort of in the Bridgeport neighborhood, but I don't have the exact locations, so I may not do any filming for that story, just because I don't know exactly where all that takes place. It's generally in that sort of southwestern side of the city, but we'll see. Maybe we'll take a little drive down next week and do another little on the spot report. So anyway, thanks for watching. You know, as the weather gets better, we'll do more of these, hopefully more of these outdoor videos for the class. Have a great weekend, and you know, hope the first week of classes went well for you, and I'll see you more next week. Well, Allison, you want to say goodbye to them?
Do your work. Listen to Dr. Kremens. He knows what he's talking about.
Okay. All right. See you guys later. Bye.